Have you ever asked AI for advice? Maybe about work, a relationship, or something you didn't feel comfortable discussing with another person? At first, it feels helpful. The responses are instant. There's no judgment, no awkwardness, no fear of rejection. But what happens when AI becomes more than a tool? What happens when it starts becoming your therapist, your closest confidant, or even your main source of emotional support? Today, let's talk about the psychological risks that can appear when AI becomes too important in our lives. 1. Why AI feels so good to talk to. Let's be honest. AI is incredibly easy to talk to. It responds immediately. It listens endlessly. It never seems annoyed. And it rarely tells you that you're wrong. For someone feeling lonely, stressed, or misunderstood, that experience can feel incredibly comforting. In some ways, AI provides something many people struggle to find in real life: attention. 2. Your brain responds to conversations. Here's something important to understand. Your brain evolved to interact with other minds. When something talks back, responds emotionally, remembers context, and engages in conversation, your brain naturally begins treating that interaction as meaningful, even when you know it's software. This doesn't mean you're irrational, it means you're human. Humans form connections surprisingly easily, even with things that aren't human at all. 3. The problem with constant validation. One reason AI can become psychologically risky is that it's often designed to be cooperative, helpful, agreeable, supportive. And while that sounds positive, there's a downside. Real people challenge us. They disagree, offer different perspectives, point out flaws in our thinking. AI sometimes does this, but not always. And if someone is already struggling emotionally, constant validation can occasionally reinforce unhealthy beliefs instead of questioning them. 4. When comfort becomes isolation. Imagine you're having a difficult time. Instead of calling a friend, you open an AI chat. Instead of talking to family, you talk to AI. Instead of seeking professional help, you continue the conversation. At first, nothing seems wrong, but slowly, human relationships begin receiving less attention. The problem isn't that AI exists. The problem is when it starts replacing human connection instead of supplementing it. 5. Why vulnerable people are at greater risk. Most people can use AI without serious issues, but some situations create vulnerability. Grief, isolation, depression, anxiety, sleep deprivation, trauma. During these periods, people naturally seek certainty, comfort, and reassurance. And AI can provide all three. The challenge is that emotional comfort and accurate guidance are not always the same thing. 6. The illusion of understanding. One reason AI feels so convincing is because it reflects us. It uses our language, builds on our ideas, and often mirrors our emotions. This creates a powerful feeling, the sense that we're being deeply understood. But AI doesn't actually understand us in the way another human does. It predicts responses. It generates language. And sometimes that distinction becomes easy to forget. 7. The feedback loop problem. Imagine you already believe something concerning. Maybe you're convinced someone secretly hates you. Maybe you're obsessing over a fear. Maybe you're developing an unusual belief about yourself or the world. If every conversation keeps circling around that idea, it can start feeling more real. Psychologists call this reinforcement. The more an idea is repeated, the more familiar and convincing it can become. And that's why critical thinking remains so important. 8. AI is a tool, not a relationship. This may be the most important point. AI can be useful, helpful, creative, educational, even emotionally supportive at times. But it's still a tool, not a friend, not a therapist, not a romantic partner, not a replacement for human relationships. Confusing those roles can create problems that are difficult to recognize at first. 9. How to use AI in a healthy way. Healthy AI use starts with boundaries. Use it to learn, brainstorm, create, explore ideas, but stay connected to real people. Talk to friends. Spend time with family. Seek professional support when needed. And remember that important life decisions deserve more than a single source of feedback, especially when that source is a machine. AI is one of the most powerful technologies humans have ever created. And, like every powerful tool, it comes with both benefits and risks. The goal isn't fear. The goal is awareness. Because the more realistic our understanding of AI becomes, the more useful it can be, without quietly replacing the things we need most: human connection, human perspective, and human understanding. So here's a question. As AI becomes a bigger part of everyday life, where do you think the line should be between using AI as a tool and depending on it emotionally?